Okay, so we are doing the group video response on making the crooked straight. It's a video about Dr. Hodes, I believe we said his name was. And he decided to go to Africa. Specifically, he works in Ethiopia to help children who have different medical conditions. And he was talking about how there are very few doctors. I think he said there were less doctors in the country than there were in the state of Washington, and how there's a huge number of people living in poverty under $1 a day. And so he has kids that come to him with tumors and spine problems, cancer, just different things, and because they live in a rural area and have little access to health care. So it was neat to see that he was willing to go over there to do that for them.
For me, this was an eye-opening because you don't necessarily have to do a ton. Just like the boy from Canada that raised up like $5,000 and was able to open a school. I also like that he said that you said that for him, like, to do service, it was the Almighty offering him a chance to do service. Another thing that I liked that he talked about how in Lavela, just by raising money or getting like different medications, he was able to prevent like blindness in a ton of people, and how I just went through the city like looking for people that had that problem, and it was nice to kind of learn more about it, and that you can also do service. You don't have to be a doctor, or you don't have to be a nurse. You can just raise up money and kind of pass it out like to your children.
I guess I'll go next. I really like this video because it really applies to all four of us. We're in the nursing program, and we all want to make a difference in someone's life, hopefully more than just one person. But the main point I got from this video is how one person can make a difference in many people's lives, and it shows the importance of understanding different cultures and the things that they go through and the trials and hardships, and being humble because of that. I notice that here in America, there's a lot of people who pursue the medical field for the money, whereas this guy was clearly doing it just for helping out other people. And we're not worried about certain diseases such as tuberculosis or just a regular infection, because we have close access and the funds to pay for it, whereas these people have no access, they have no knowledge, no way to be treated for these infections. And here's a guy who's going in and literally being the savior to these children. And I just thought it was a really good example, and it kind of inspired me on more of what I want to do within my own career field and how I want to actually be more helpful like he was.
I thought it was good because he talked about, like they were saying, small difference, a small thing can make a huge difference in others' lives, but how this doctor started out with 2 children and really was just seeking to help them, and then adopted them, brought them in so that he could do the surgeries on them, and then ended up having 17 to 18 kids, and then it even looked like more than that towards the end. But how unselfish of him to do it for his practice, but also, and then I think reaching out to not only just taking care of their physical needs, but you could tell he was taking care of their educational needs. He wants them to succeed and to do better and to have better lives and to be educated and to go farther in life and to give them opportunities to succeed, which I thought was really neat. And then also he reached out and had other people, not even in Ethiopia, that were helping these children. People were donating money to help some of the children get the assistance that they needed. He said he had a list of 50 patients that needed spinal surgery, and there's no way that he was able to do that. But in talking with other people and everything, he was able to have other people donate and sponsor a surgery for a kid, and still was able to help them that way. And then I thought it was neat how he said that he who saves one life saves a whole entire world, and you can see how within his 2 homes that he has purchased to help many children, how that can really happen, because as they grow up, they're developing skills that he's taught them, which I think really will make a difference in that whole culture and around that environment that they're in.
I like the point you made about how people were assisting that were outside the country, because he's going in as a doctor and he's actually physically doing things, but then he gives the example of how others can contribute to make a difference, and it shows that it doesn't take a large group or a bunch of people to make a change, but truly one person can make a change in potentially hundreds if not thousands of people's lives, and it just comes from being willing to do something about it.
I liked his example of carrying out research and such, just for being able to find medication that was so much cheaper just by buying the generic brand. And he would just give 1 dose to each person. I think it was, I can't remember what condition exactly they had, but with blindness, yeah, they were potentially going blind, and he would just give them 1 dose, and that was all they needed. And he said he had gotten it so that 1 pill was just a couple dollars, and he could completely turn their life around, and just how he had figured out how to make a difference. And really kind of his example would inspire others to go do the same thing.
And I like how Joe said that some people go into the medical field for money, but he said like he kind of challenged other doctors to kind of go in and look outside the world and be able to help. So that was kind of nice.
He also had an insert in there that I thought was cool about taking care of himself. It showed him swimming in the pool. So he does take, I mean, I can't even imagine being around that many people all day assisting and giving care. Plus you're going home to 20 more of them that all need your help and assisted in care. But he took time out for himself to swim every day just to gather his thoughts. And then he also commented that said after he got through swimming, nothing that was bothering him anymore. So I don't know, just as a person and him being a doctor, he can touch many lives just by who he is, because he has connections to get medications, and people will listen to him if he's asking for money, because he really does have a legit reason to ask for money, and also he can prove that it's helping people. So I think it will go a long way.
And cut.
Good. We covered our bases.
I wish that
Yeah, forget the CMAP. We'll just